Give me Negan.
Who the hell is asking?
That's Rick Grimes.
If this light goes off, you see this blue light here? That's on low battery, and it's like really annoying because I bought one that has to run on battery power and I forgot to charge it. So yeah, but anyway, let's just get straight into the reaction. Michonne. Yeah. Has to be, like, that's the biggest death of the series. It could be the most impactful death of the series, you know what I mean? Now he's got to leave his grave as well. He can't just stay in Alexandria. It's bombed to hell. This is not going to feel the same without Carl. Oh! I don't even know how you function after something. I don't even know if I'd be able to speak. You know what, actually? Sorry. One thing I will say that this death has signified for me, and I will compare this to how I've had a little bit of an absence, and I will compare it to all of it, whatever. This death to me has almost decreased my, like, interest. Like, it's like, it's just such a kick in the gut. It's like, made me just feel like, I don't want, what's the point in trying? What I will say, right, is I have heard, someone had said to me, like, I've seen people comment, oh, this is when I stopped watching, like, as I wasn't as committed here, I stopped watching for a while, I lost interest. I think that it's almost perfectly written that that's how you're supposed to feel. Like, let me explain this, right? If we can imagine, at least briefly, post Carl's death, the interest of Rick and Michonne's interest just flat effect, right? They just have no, like it just almost feels like they're just surviving to survive at this point. Like, there's like the drives and all of that just feel a little bit all up in the air. That's kind of how it feels, right? Like, I'm watching now going, like, all that feeling of investment in Carl and investment in a future and investment in our journey, it disappears more and more the more people die. You know, because it's like, what are we doing this for now? We have to assume that this apocalypse isn't going to get any easier. We have to assume that there are going to be walkers around for a long time. We have to presume that we may never get out of this situation. So what I'm saying is, if you look way back to the bare bones of everything, the point of being around is surviving, right? If you want to be around right now, it's to survive. It feels like it's been stripped back to that. The whole living feeling that we were trying to build it feels like it's been snatched out of my heart. You know, it's been taken from me and gone, nah, that's ours now. I think that's been written perfectly, because if we think of the purpose of Carl's final words and some of the things he was saying as he was about to die, it was about a future and about living and about becoming one and surviving together. If we can think of that as an ideal, think of the polar opposite. The polar opposite is kind of how his death has made me feel. Even though it's supposed to mean more, and I think it will mean more, at this exact point in time, all it means to me, it's almost like it's depression. Like you're just in there like, you will keep surviving because it's like nature to, but you're almost like, what the hell is the point now? That's like kind of how it felt, because I didn't really want to keep watching. That's one of the reasons why I haven't been posting, because every time I've sat there and gone, oh yeah, no, I'll go and film a reaction, I'm going to be honest with you, after the last episodes, it kind of felt like I was thinking that and going to do that purely because I needed to get content out, which is not why I watched the show. At the end of the day, if I'm not in a headspace, if I'm in a headspace where I don't want to keep going forward, that is the overwhelming feeling. That is the more powerful feeling than I want to get content out. Do you know what I'm saying?
He used to sit on the roof.
We have to go.
Oh, to save it. Oh. This is almost a perfect metaphor for me, as sometimes it's not all about survival. It's clearly the smart decision right now is to get out of here. He's losing control. Gotta go, man. We gotta go. I still haven't lost the confusing feelings, by the way, of I want to blame Negan and I want to blame the saviors. That's still there, even though it's not even them. It's just an indirect result of a situation. It's got nothing really to do with Negan per se. Destroying our home does, but he's only returning the favor, you know? So it's like, this is what I'm saying, the feelings are just complicated.
Do you want us to stop fighting the saviors? Just surrender to Negan?
We could pull over. We could read what he wrote.
Not yet, not me.
Rick,
Imagine being able to read that.
Carl, he wrote a letter to Negan.
Oh! Oh!
I need to talk to Jadis.
Oh my days.
They have weapons, people. We can't just give that up.
Why now?
Well, based on the front picture of the
Went with
episode,
me
they're already
to
in
the
negotiation.
We still need them. They're ours, not theirs.
Trust them. I don't trust them anyway. Yeah, those letters, I don't think I could read it, eh? It would have to be like... You know what? I don't think Rick will read it for a long time. Maybe he'll read it once he's, found some peace. For God's sakes. Sneaky junkrats. Who the hell was that trap for? That's my question. It doesn't feel nice watching. This is what I was worried about. Like, it's just a sick, knotty feeling in my stomach. It's just there.
Appears our friends at Alexandria had themselves an escape plan. Rick's little one-eyed pride and joy played me. Damn. That kid is built for this shit.
Let me go
Gone.
up. Close this thing. If I'm not running down Rick and company, where do you want me?
I think he's lost faith in you a little bit, my friend.
Garbage people.
Good. Eliminating those who reneged might
No, I
leave
think
us
he
a tad
wants
short
them.
on ammo, but it's worth it.
Those piss-stained double-crossers may have pulled a triple-cross, but it doesn't change the fact that they are still a resource. So you're gonna choke back whatever shit is stirring up inside you and remind them that a deal with the saviors is a lock, stock, suck my barrel deal. Take one out, and the rest will fall in line.
Bro, I like... It's kind of crazy how much I underestimated his, like, drive for resource. You know, he always talks about bloody resource. Yes, he annoys the heck out of me. Yes, I don't like the way he does things. Yes, I wouldn't want to follow him. Yes. But it's weird. It's like all the bottom line principles kind of make sense. You know, all of the bottom line principles kind of make sense. It's just, they're just there. I mean, there's that next layer of extremist. That's the way I describe it. So, you know, the way he runs things kind of makes sense. A lot of the way he thinks makes sense. It's just the next, like, the action after, which a lot of us will consider just blatantly wrong, right? That's why we're in this loop and why we're fighting in the first place, because if the thinking made sense and it wasn't wrapped with brutality, then we wouldn't disagree with what they're doing. He kind of ropes them into the loop and then goes, yeah, nah, like, this is what the loop means, and we're like, oh, we don't want to be on the loop, and it's like, too late, you're already on the loop.
Just one, Simon.
Yeah, just kill one.
Maybe we should cut our losses here.
Wow, so full on, so defiance.
So maybe we learn
and
our lesson.
viewpoint. I don't think Negan's gonna give up that easily.
I am doing my best to hold it together right now. Killing everybody to solve the problem, that is the easy way, not our way. What we do, saving people, it is hard.
You see what I mean? The logic makes sense. Like, he doesn't want to give up on saving people, right? He doesn't want to just get rid of them. It's just, the logic doesn't make sense because he ropes them into a situation they don't want to be in and then refuses to back down because he believes that he doesn't want to just kill them all. So he's almost like put himself into a paradoxical situation, right? Because the more this continues, the more people will continue to die. It's hard. Oh my gosh. Like, the logic just feels weird.
The hell is that? Delivery from the hilltop?
Oh!
Got you something to deal with it.
Ultimate defiance. You know what? In a brutalist's world, maybe Simon would be right.
That's Dean. Well, I'm gonna kill every last one of those farmers.
You will do exactly what I ask.
We can't let them get away with this shit.
You will do your job.
Because that's... What does Negan do if he loses... Like...
She made me kill her. I'd do it again.
Yeah, well, I just realized that no one else knows about Carl's death. Only the people that were there. Everyone around here now, all the people that were, like, close to him, to me, feel like emotional time bombs. I don't know why we're getting these, like, Enid, Michonne. Like, are these all the people that got letters?
Take them to the beach.
You're going to kill us?
Take them.
This is your decision. You own it.
Killing is the punishment. You execute us, then maybe some of ours will come looking for us. And maybe you'll take them out. But eventually, enough of them will come back and they will wipe you out. Your grandmother got herself killed, so don't make the same mistake.
No. They live.
Come. You see?
If we win, do you even want to know?
Yes.
Then help us win.
So they're basically just gonna let them go, end of. What happens if... No, but what happens if they... Like, hear me out, right? Negan probably wasn't done with this group, right? If he ever stumbles upon them somehow, or whatever, if he ever finds out where they are, which is an impossibility, if it happens, he could just come here anyway, and then they'll be forced into it. So it was one of my... This feels like what it felt like to me when we had to decide whether we were going to go to the Savior's compound and fight them.
Stop trying to kill strangers. We know who we have to kill. We know the difference between friends and enemies. You should too.
These people really don't want a part of it at all.
You know how to get to the car?
Yeah. No.
Wait, what?
Aaron, they're not gonna help us.
I can't leave
Damn.
until they join the fight.
They're not joining.
Beatrice and Kathy were open to fighting before. I think I can convince them. I just need time.
Okay, then we both stay.
I need to get back.
Promise me I'll see you again. Promise.
Unless he just builds like a little... Oh, I don't know.
Promise me you'll be okay.
I hope she'll be okay. Wait, so where's Rick then?
Whoa, 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 Nelly. Everybody keep their horses inside the gate. I'm gonna need an apology. The genuine article. Feel free to refer to any notes you may have prepared.
No deal with Rick. Delivered him.
Oh, shit!
I'm sorry, that's kind of... Bro, he reminds me of Jim Carrey. It's annoying how they just show up and then run over people, eh?
What's the deal with the helipad in back? The solar panels. What was this place?
Well, what is this place? Maybe there's more to...
I don't.
Maybe there's more than meets the eye. Imagine that. Wouldn't it be crazy if there's like bunkers and stuff underneath?
But what I'm not yet feeling is the remorse.
There is remorse. There is remorse.
Whoa.
No!
Simon, bro.
Say it again!
He's gonna get in trouble, man. Oh.
Remorse, you son of a bitch!
I don't think you mean that.
What's with the blue paint?
Light it up, gents.
Light it up now!
There's no... Oh! Brother's gonna get in so much shit. I wouldn't be surprised if Simon dies, you know.
So tell me how it went.
Standard message and delivery. There was remorse.
He
Negan.
does not... He
Yeah, what
sees
is it?
through your crap.
It's Rick.
Eh? What the hell's the blue paint? Maybe she already saw Rick before and then they spoke before the Savior showed up. I don't know. Unless these are all the people that were just shot by... Oh, then maybe they are. Maybe these are all the... These might be all the Junkrats as we speak.
Rick!
Or Jadis.
What happened here?
The Savior.
Why did they just leave her there? Killed everyone she knows, the whole
These
lot.
weren't heaps before. It was just trash.
You did this. This is because of you.
Come on, betraying Rick. Yeah, I didn't think he'd have any sympathy.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna run for it.
Whoa. Riot shield through the bloody thing.
Let me come with you. Just until they're gone.
I'm done with her games. She can't help us anyway.
I feel a little bit bad for her in the sense that, like, I don't know. Probably just trying to survive. But still, like, yeah, like I said, I would not trust again.
Please, just let me get out.
That's kind of sad, you know. Oh, dang. Look at the state of that. Minced infection. One thing I will say is she's gonna have a brand new found hate for the Saviors. And you know what's even more annoying about that as well? Guess whose fault it's not again. We keep thinking about this. I said this a long time ago. When those bikers showed up and went to try and kill Daryl, Abraham, and Rosita, I think it was. When they tried to do that, I had a feeling that was not Negan's orders. So most of the times, a lot of the times when all these extra things are happening, like Simon going and doing this, it was not a part of the plan. I don't really have much sympathy for Negan, but you know what I mean? You guys understand where I'm coming from. She just lost her whole bloody family. So whatever's born from that, we will see. Sauce. It's not going to be applesauce, we know that much. Weapon? Oh, it is applesauce. Yum! Is it applesauce?
I shot above her head. I just wanted her gone. Look, I saw her. She made it. She ran into an empty alley just before I left.
Feels like what Carl was talking about. What we should do when we have a choice.
What did I say? What did I say at the start of the episode?
I need a second.
It's fine.
Wait. So we are gonna get the letter now? Or did you just open Negan's one? Oh, I see. How could, imagine how do you even swallow, like, the hate and give that to him? I feel like I'd have this intense urge just to tear that up.
Give me Negan.
Oh.
Who the hell is asking?
That's Rick Grimes.
Ricky, look at you calling me up. You want to tell me where you are so we can do this face to face?
Carl's dead.
He wrote letters. He wrote one to you. He asked you to stop. He asked me to stop.
Jeez, how does this even... Oh my...
Peace.
But it's too late for that. I'm gonna kill you.
Oh!
How did he die? Was it us? Was it the grenades? Carl went out to help someone, and he got bit. God damn it. Shit, I am sorry. That kid was the future. The only future is one where you're dead.
Carl is dead because of you. Because you could...
You know what's crazy? I genuinely feel in my heart that Negan's genuinely saying sorry and he feels horrible, right? Oh my god, this is like the first time that I'm like thinking... Like, obviously, I knew this was coming from Rick.
He is dead because of you. Because you weren't there to stop him from doing something stupid.
It's not completely true, though, is it?
You set this course, Rick.
You set this
Who's
course,
next?
my ass.
You are. No, but someone is. Do not let any more of your shit decisions cost you to lose anyone else you love. You could have just let me save all of you.
But that's...
That's why I killed your friends in the first place. So you can sit there
see how it's
and
twisted?
say that you're gonna kill me, but you won't.
Nah, man. I'll talk in a second.
Failed. You failed as a leader. And most of all, Rick, you failed as a father.
Shut up.
Give up because you have already lost.
The crazy thing is, part of my gut tells me that his apology is genuine, but the other part of it goes, he's using Rick's pain in order to... Alright, here we are. This is 2 days after for me recording my outro, guys. The reaction's edited. It's all done. And I hope it's been a good reaction, and I hope it's worth the wait, considering it's been a bit inconsistent lately, and things are only just starting to, like, semi come back to normal for me. So, you know, I appreciate it anyway, the wait, guys, and I hope it paid off. It was a bit of a weird reaction for me. Like, I enjoyed it. I think there was a lot of symbolism I didn't quite pick up on during the reaction. One of the biggest pieces of symbolism for me was Rick leaving his gun next to Carl's grave. When I first saw that, I didn't really notice it, but the choice to pick that gun back up, that was him fighting internally, going, I know what Carl said to me, I know what Carl dreams of, but I can't drop it in myself. And he lost the battle. He can't do it, right? I can't do it either. I still think that it's too far a leap to try and bargain peace with the saviors. I don't think they're gonna bite at it either. The funny thing is I think Negan wants peace, but in a very, very different way. I think he's fighting for the same thing, but just, yeah, in his own way, which comes with his own methods and his own consequences and its own all of it. And I'm sure at some point we'll be able to draw lots of parallels between Rick and Negan and what they believe in and what they're trying to do. But like obviously there is such a big difference in who they are, which we don't need to get into, but I just think like it's kind of weird seeing two people arguably fighting for the right thing in their eyes against each other. It's one of those things that like you can't really wrap your head around, like how it's like lasted this long and how it's become how it is. Now, like I think I said quite a few times in the reaction, I'm not just gonna point fingers and blame Negan. It's not Negan's fault purely. Look what Simon's just gone and done. Simon's probably just created another enemy, right? Like he's gone completely against Negan's methods, and although I don't agree with Negan's methods, I'd much rather have what Negan would have done in that situation than what Simon went and did. Maybe this all ropes back into the necessity of Negan for a certain subset of people or a type of group. Like I said a while ago, I don't think that kind of persona is for everyone, and not everyone will be able to follow that kind of persona, hence why people tried committing suicide, people tried leaving, blah, 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 blah. But perhaps it's essential in its own aspect, its own area of the apocalypse, which I think we will learn a lot more about going forward. I think the defiance from Simon isn't going to be the only defiance we see, and I think that eventually Negan's going to be tussling with what happens if his way of leading just continues to deter his own followers. Then what? You know, like how does he like change the way he does things, or how does he see that? And I spoke a while ago about how I think that at some point if Negan's purpose is removed or threatened or it's being satisfied in another way, I don't think he does what he does. Do you see what I mean? Or if he loses purpose, then I don't see him just being vengeful. So anyway, there's all of that to come, guys. The development of Negan and Rick and their relationship and the development of this war is huge, and we're in a very, very delicate place right now. This could end one of two ways. Either eventually we sort our shit out and find another way forward, or we just continue this cycle of violence until one group stands. And even then, it's probably not going to be a lot of people. So whatever we're fighting for in that case, it's gone. But anyway, like, I think this episode was a very beautifully written episode in terms of symbolism. The ideas of being unable to drop the past, not being able to look forward because of the past, you know, all these different kinds of themes that we're now starting to see, which we've seen in other characters before, but we're seeing in Rick, and it's kind of manifesting the way I predicted, which is one of the reasons why I'm not particularly going to talk too much in this outro about that side of things. But it has been a good episode. It's left me wanting more, and obviously the ultimate climax toward the end of it is just Rick's ultimate and complete defiance. Now, the one thing I will say is at some point we have to get to a point where Rick is merciful to someone. Because he says, my mercy prevails over my wrath, and he's by a tree and he's got some kind of wound in his stomach. So wherever this dark arc leads, I presume there's some kind of hiccup that leads to maybe Rick tries to be merciful again. Maybe he reads Carl's note and he says to himself, all right, no more, but then the other person doesn't comply. Like I said a few episodes ago, guys, it's moving forward right now. It's not just about Rick accepting a world together or a world of peace or a world without revenge, yada, yada, yada. It's not just about Rick or the group. It's about everyone on the other side of the stick. Yeah, I can't just sit here and be like, oh yay, like once Rick's mercy returns, whoop-de-doo, you know, we've won, the war is over. No. At some, like there are other parts of the puzzle, right? Other parts of the puzzle which I don't know yet. I'm waiting in fear, if I'm completely honest with you, but yeah, that is coming anyway, and I think we set up a lot of that in this episode. Do I need to talk anything about anything else? Negan? The only other thing about Negan this episode is, like, I genuinely felt his apology. Like, I felt his, like, not apology, like, his condolences. Previously, in previous episodes, I sort of dismissed Negan's, like, sorries and his, all of that kind of stuff. I dismissed it when he was like that. Not today. I felt it today, so I know for a fact that he meant and felt that way about Carl. He probably cared about Carl in some extent. So that's another development, guys, that's really, really important to think about. My opinion on Negan has changed drastically. I'm not the same person as 7x1 Dan. My opinion on him is becoming more understanding. Still frustrated, but I can understand why he functions the way he does. And I'm not just like enraged at a psychopath. I've actually been having these weird thoughts that, like, at some point I have these visions, right, of like Rick just hammering down on Negan and beating him, and me, like, this weird, I've got this weird fear that I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna want it to happen. Do you know what I mean? You take how I felt at season 7 times 1, and I think I probably said it in the reaction. There would have been clips when I would have said, oh, I can't wait till we bloody get our hands on you kind of thing. The progression, imagine, like, that was my want back then, right? That was what I wanted. All I wanted was for someone to resolve this with their fists. Now you get all the way to the back end of season 8 and say something does happen. I've got this weird feeling like that want's not going to be there, and it's going to be like the ultimate circle of like, what if I wished for this but it doesn't feel right anymore. So yeah, that's something, this weird thing that's been in my brain that I can't get out. But anyway, guys, look, I'm going to try and leave that there. I've been ads in for a few weeks. I don't want to make this video too bloody long. I don't want to drain myself. I have been gone, like I said in the reaction, because I didn't want to watch because of what happened with Carl. It's still as simple as that, guys. There was no motivation. When my emotion or my brain and heart are telling me just I don't want to watch anymore, I'd rather listen to that than just force content out and the content be crap. Yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this one anyway. If you did, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for new content every single week. And of course, follow the Instagram, DanielRaven2Ds. Yeah, I think the next episode will probably be another The Walking Dead. I've thought about doing a Telltale, but then I also thought about having a mini break just because it is the end of the season. So maybe getting a couple of The Walking Deads out. But anyway, I'll watch one tonight or tomorrow anyway, so we're definitely going to get 2 this week. But yeah, that's all from me, guys. As ever, there's been more Dan. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.